Hey guys, it's Tuesday, so we're going to get started on our regular lessons. But of course we're self-isolating, so I'm actually going to pass you off in a few, and you're going to do beginner lessons with other instructors, and we'll just sort of pass it around every Tuesday and see how many people we can get involved. So right now, all we're going to do to get started is we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up. As we usually do, we're going to start from the bottom, we're going to move to the top. So we're going to roll those ankles now so we don't roll them later. That's the first thing that we're going to get started on. Now, it's important to get out there and to make sure that you stay healthy as much as possible while you're also distancing yourself from other people. So we're going to start with the ankles down here, and we're also going to get the backs of the knees. We're just going to stretch them out. Remember in your lessons to make sure that you're stretching these things out, warming your body up, even if you're just doing some light work at home. And also remember that we don't do these stretches to get particularly limber necessarily. At the beginning of our lesson, the point to do these stretches is just to warm the muscles up and prevent yourself from pulling anything at the time. Now, this isn't going to get you very much more flexible. So you're going to also want to spend a little bit of time throughout the week, making sure that you stretch throughout the week as well. So we've got those knees, the back and the front done as much as possible. We're also going to get the hips. Oh, there it is. And we're just going to go around to get those hips flexed out. If you're sitting at home and you're not moving around as much anymore, you want to make sure to get those hips unlocked and ready to go throughout the week, but as well as at the beginning of your opening lessons. So still moving upward, we're now going to get the back. Going to go the lower back a little bit, get that stretched out as much as we can. And again, if you're sitting at home and you find you're not moving around quite as much, you might find a little bit of tension and stress there. And also if you're driving less, you're just changing the way that your back is working. So you're going to want to get that stretched out. Now we're going to open up our chest just like this. Oh, I got my jacket on, so it's a little bit hard. Get that chest opened up, and we're going to get those shoulders stretched out as well. And then we move on the shoulders from the inside, top of the shoulders, and then we get those elbows. Make sure you don't throw them out while you're throwing that sword around, right down to the wrists. And then the last thing that we're going to do after we get to the wrists, and again, this isn't for an increase in mobility, it's just to prevent any sort of pulling or any issues during your training that you're doing. Now you're going to stretch that neck out to the sides. There we go. As much as possible, get that stretched out and ready to go. So that's moving from the bottom to the top. Try and stretch out as much as you can, moving in that way. And again, not necessarily for an increase in mobility, but just for safety's sake. Now what we're going to do, what we try to do as much as possible, is we're going to do our reaching lunge exercise. You're going to stand in essentially a second position or a third position as far as you can extend it safely and feel good. And you're going to reach your bottom arm forward, but you're also going to take your top arm and you're going to reach it over your head. Make sure you don't reach forward, and make sure you go over the top instead. So here we're going to reach this way, we're going to stretch out this muscle, reach forward as far as you can, and bring that top as far as you can, and then you're going to drop that back knee down, bring it back in, stand up and stretch that front knee out again, and stand up into a wide stance again. There we go. And bring it down. There we go. Switch sides. And we're going to stretch the bottom hand straight out and the top hand goes over the top. There we go. Feel where you get that stretch in there, and also which muscles are working to keep your body in that position. There we go. Okay, so that gets us a little bit warmed up. You can also warm up with a little bit of jogging on the spot, some jumping jacks or something like that. Get your heart rate up and try and keep it there for 5 to 10 minutes. Depends on the drills that you're doing as well. So we're going to pass you over to Jay Mass, and he's going to run you through a couple of drills. I want you guys to watch the next 2 videos and make sure that you do take a couple of hours out of your week to do things that you like, and take some time for yourself. So this will be included in that, and we'll pass it over to Jay.